guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be playing with a bunch of brand new makeup. I have some drugstore, some high-end, a couple miscellaneous brands also from online, but yeah, we're going to be testing out some hot new makeup on the market today, and we're also going to be doing a little wear test throughout the day so we can see how these products hold up, and I'm really excited about it. So some of the stuff was sent to me, some of the stuff I purchased myself, so we have a pretty good mix here, so I'm excited. Also, let's address the elephant in the room. I was gonna say I dyed my walls. I painted my walls. Well, technically I didn't do it. My dad did it for me. Shout out to him. He did it while I was away this weekend at BeautyCon, so big thank you, Dad. I appreciate you. I've been wanting to paint my walls for the longest, but honestly, a part of me didn't want to because it was kind of like a comfort thing. Like my yellow walls made me so happy. It's my favorite color, and I felt like since I had white furniture, I just loved the pop that it gave my room. However, my lighting has been not the greatest lately, and I've struggled with my lighting, honestly, throughout my entire time of being here on YouTube. I can never get it to be perfect, and I know even right now it's not perfect, but please bear with me. I'm gonna try to do what I can to make it as best as I can for you guys. I'm still gonna leave the little pops of color in the back because I don't want everything to be totally white. As much as I love white, sometimes it can be a little like, we want to keep it comfy and cozy. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling right now because I know we're here for the new makeup, so I hope you guys enjoy. Grab a snack and let's get started. Okay, so brows are done, lids are primed. I pretty much like to just stick with what I know when it comes to brows. I don't always typically test out a ton of new brow products because I know what I like. So let's start off with eyeshadows. For today's eyeshadows, I'm gonna be using the FOCALLURE Beauty Endless Possibilities palette. They actually sent this to me, and when I opened it up, I was like, oh my god, that looks delish. Like, it looks so good. This is what the colors look like. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Jaclyn Hill palette, like the color scheme and everything, but I love this brand. They have so many affordable makeup products. It kind of reminds me of Makeup Revolution. I have been raving about them in my past couple of videos, and they truly are such a great brand. Love them. So I'm gonna start off with this shade up here, and I'm gonna be applying that all over my lid, just to kind of give me a nice, even base. I already primed my lids and everything, and I always like to just apply one shade to make everything look nice and even. Ooh, I know this palette's gonna be good because their eyeshadows that I've tried so far have been amazing. So I'm gonna go into this color right here and apply that right in my crease. I'm just using this blending brush. This is actually from Profusion, and I'm just gonna buff that right in there. Okay, then I'm gonna pick up the shade down here, which is called Hottie. It's like a really nice pink rose mauve color. And I'm also gonna just kind of buff that right in the crease, pretty much where I just applied that previous shade. And this blending brush, it's super random. I think I got this like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Like, it's super old, but I love this blending brush. It's just a big fluffy blending brush. I'm just gonna really buff that in there and pack it on and build it up quite a bit. Ooh, that's pretty. I like the two mixed. You can see how that looks. It really changes the transition shade, and I love that. I'm gonna take this shade right here, which is called Choco Fest. It's just like a chocolate brown. I'm just gonna kind of start packing this on all over the lid because I think I wanna do a halo smoky eye today. It's not gonna look perfect right away. I'm kind of just placing the shade first, and then I'm gonna add the center shade, and then I'm gonna blend it out more. And maybe I'll even add a little bit of black in here just to really make that center shade pop. We'll see. Then I'm taking the shade right here, which is called Glam. I'm gonna use this little domed brush. This one's from Royal and Langnickel, which you can find at Walmart. And I'm just gonna take that color, and I'm not gonna spray my brush just yet. I'm just gonna kind of place it down first right where I want it, which is right on the center of the lid. Yeah, I'm definitely going to spray the brush. It's pigmented, but I feel like all shadows are always going to apply better when you spray them. Or even if you want to apply it with your finger, I feel like that's even better as well, to be honest. You can just see how pretty that is. It kind of just pops a little bit more. Ooh, that's pretty though with your finger, especially if you have shorter nails. It's like so much easier. I think I'm gonna chop my nails off when I get them done this week because I go through phases where I love my claws, I love the long nails, and then sometimes I'm like, no, I want short nails, like baby nails. I think what I'm gonna do is just to really make this pop a little bit more, I'm gonna add some black. I'm gonna take that black color right on the corner, black sand actually, is what it's called. I'm gonna use a Stigma tapered blending brush. Let's go back in with the other brush. Oh, this black is like pigmented. You definitely have to be careful with it. You could obviously leave it the way that it was. You don't have to do what I'm doing right now. I know it's a little bit extra and dramatic and it might look a little crazy right now, but I feel like once I have the lashes and everything together, it's definitely gonna come together more. I just feel like with the black, it kind of makes the center shade pop a little bit more. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and pop on some lashes. I feel like the lashes are really gonna make the look come together. I feel like that's the case with most of my eye looks. So I'm actually gonna use these lashes. I've been loving them. These are the Jessica lashes. A subscriber actually sent them to me. I will leave them linked below. I'm gonna use today the style Queen M, and I'm just obsessed with them. So I'm just going to pop these on and then I'll be right back and we'll move into the skin. Okay, lashes are on and I think that the look looks better with the lashes on, at least in my opinion. I also did put my hair back just so we can really focus on the skin. So I have quite a few new primers here. So first I'm gonna start off with the LA Girl primer spray. So this is obviously supposed to go on before makeup just to prep and hydrate the skin. Looks really good. They also do have a setting spray and shimmer sprays as well. I'm gonna just start off with this and just prep my skin. It feels so good. Oh, that feels amazing. So I actually used the setting spray for the first time this past weekend at BeautyCon, and I really, really love the spritzer. That's like the first thing that I notice, of course, when I am using a primer spray or a setting spray. The spritzer on this is really nice because it disperses the product really evenly onto the skin, and it's not really aggressive, but it's not too light. It's like perfect. I actually also do have a coupon code with LA Girl if you guys decide to order on their website, but if not, you can get LA Girl at Ulta and CVS. Then I have the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow Instant Soft Focus Beauty Flash Primer. Just looks like this. This was actually sent to me in PR. I've never tried anything from Charlotte Tilbury, but there's a first time for everything. So I'm going to just put this on all over. It smells really good. I think I probably used too much. You can see it kind of looks like it has a sheen to it. Oh, that's pretty. It really is like a glowy kind of product. I do a little bit on my forehead, not much because I do have combo skin, so my forehead for me is already very oily. There's like really, really, really tiny little specks of glitter. Not so much glitter, like it's not like chunky, but it kind of just looks like I have a really light liquid highlighter on my face. So it's like, I feel like one step up from like the Becca Backlight Priming Filter that gives your skin like that glow. It's a little bit up than this, but it is really pretty. It was very hydrating. It can be used under, over, or instead of foundation because it does have like a really slight little tint to it too. So we'll see how the foundation goes on over top, but I mean, it is really pretty and I do like how hydrating it is. So now for foundation, I have the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Full Coverage Foundation, or actually medium to full coverage foundation. I got this one in the shade 115 Light Medium. I ordered this on their website. I was gonna do like an actual foundation wear test, like first impression on this, but I figured I would just throw it into the mix with a bunch of other new makeup because I got this pretty late. I thought I was gonna get it earlier, but we're gonna test it out today. And I also did get their sponge, which I did get damp under the sink. This is their Seamless Beauty Sponge, and let me tell you, first impression, it feels really, really nice, very soft, very bouncy, so I'm happy about that. So I'm gonna just get started and start pumping this on. This might be, I feel like, a little too light for me at the moment because I went to the beach this weekend and I got a little bit of color, but hopefully I can make it work. So I'm gonna just start pouncing this in with my sponge. Oh, might be a little, like a smidge too light for me. I honestly didn't think I was going to get tan at all. Like I barely even laid out. I just went to the beach with Hector for like a day and I really didn't think so, but I do tan really easily. But anyways, so let me see what some of the claims are on this foundation because honestly, I have no idea. It just says medium to full coverage. which I definitely do feel like the coverage is medium. It's very natural though. I feel like it's not really intense coverage at all. The sponge, first impression, I really, really like it. It's so bouncy, and I actually really like the, oh wow. So when, okay, hold on, let's pause for a little bit. So when I dot the foundation on with my finger and then go in with the sponge, I feel like it is much more natural versus when I just took my sponge from the back of my hand and then directly applied the foundation that way. It definitely does give you more coverage that way. So I like how this is kind of like, you see, it's like a little pyramid. Sponge is great. I love like the really flat side. I think that's perfect for foundation, and I love how it's really pointed because that's going to be perfect for concealer. So it's a lightweight, medium to full coverage foundation that delivers a blurring effect which reduces the appearance of fine lines and skin imperfections. I agree. I think this looks really good. I think this is a really, really pretty foundation. I agree with the claim. I'm not going to build it up just because honestly, I just don't feel like I need it. I think it looks really pretty like this. So for once, I'm not going to do 2-3 layers of the foundation like I usually do. I don't have a new concealer. I'm so sorry. I just haven't seen a ton of new ones out lately, to be honest with you. So I'm still loving this CoverGirl Undercover Concealer. This is great. It's such great coverage. It's super creamy, and I'm just in love with it. So this has been my go-to literally for every single day, and I have the shade Buff Beige. So that's what I'm gonna use today. I really like this sponge a lot, and I'm pretty picky with sponges because I feel like some of them, they absorb so much of your product, and when you're blending out your product, they're just not really doing much. But this is really, really nice. Now for powder, I actually have a new powder from a new brand that I've never tried before. It's the Haley's brand. Just looks like this. Of course, I'll have links down below so you guys can check it out. So this is their Retouch Perfecting Powder. It's a loose setting powder from Haley's Beauty. So they actually also do have a foundation as well. There's like so many new foundations and face products out right now. I can't even keep up. I'll have to save that for another video, but I really wanted to use their translucent powder today, which actually isn't translucent. It looks like it's a banana color. So I'm gonna just apply some right to the back of my lid, and then I'm gonna take my sponge and I'm going to set. Ooh, pretty. It's really naturally brightening. I feel like that looks really, really smooth. I think this looks really good. I am gonna take a photo with flash and I'll insert it later on and I'll let you guys know my thoughts, but I think this is looking really good. It's really smooth. It doesn't feel drying, which is always a plus. So I have this new NARS palette right here. It comes with a blush, a bronzer, and a highlight. So I'm gonna use the bronzer today, which I know is really, really dark. It's in the shade Casino. I typically use the shade Laguna, but today we're gonna use this, and I'm gonna use a very little amount just to bronze my face because I feel like it's much needed today. That's something that I've always liked about the NARS bronzers. I feel like you can get away with using really dark colors because they are really buildable and they're not muddy. So I think I like NARS Laguna more than NARS Casino. Personally, the undertones for me and my skin tone work better than this one, but I mean, it's not bad. Definitely isn't like a life-changing palette. Like, do you need this in your life? Probably not. I'm sure there's other better palettes out there, but you know, it's not bad. Another Charlotte Tilbury product right here. This is actually a little duo that they have. So this in particular is their FILMSTAR Bronze and Glow Face and Sculpt palette. It just looks like this. So you get the bronzer, which actually is more of a contour shade, and then the highlight color. So I'm gonna take some of that contour color, which honestly it looks very light. I don't know if it's really gonna show up, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna use a fluffy brush just to kind of use this a little bit on the sides of my nose. Might be a good nose contour kind of thing for me. Whoa, I just looked at the price online to see if they had more shades. This is expensive. This is $68. I do like the contour color. I got the light medium shade. They have a medium to dark. They just don't have a lot of inclusivity on their website from what I've seen, like as far as their powders and their bronzers go. So it's like, I'm always a little weary about that because I feel like if I love this product, not everybody can get their hands on it. So that's something that, isn't great about the brand. I do like this contour color. I think it's perfect for the nose more so. It shows up a little bit more versus the cheeks where I feel like it's very, very faint. So I do like that. I just wish that they had more shades. For blush, I'm just gonna use this really pretty peachy color in here, which from NARS, that is called their Bounty Blush. And I'm just gonna pop that right on the apples of my cheeks. For highlight, I'm gonna go in with the CoverGirl Trublend Super Stunner Hyper Glow Single Highlight. Looks really, really pretty. I love CoverGirl highlighters. I think they're gorgeous. And this one in particular is in the shade Gilded Glory. It might be a little too dark, maybe. Actually, I might be able to make it work, but it looks stunning. And then like just when you touch it, you can just see it's like a really pretty bronze color. I'm gonna pop that right on. Oh, that's pretty. On the cheekbone, or the top of the cheekbone. Oh, this might be really nice for my medium tanner, darker skin tones because it is like more of a bronzy tone, but it is really pretty nonetheless. I'm gonna mix it because it's a little too dark for me right now. It's very like natural. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of my Airspun Loose Highlighter. I actually found this at Walmart. I showed this in a haul. These are intense. I've used these on my body and they are very intense. It's just like more of their icy pinky toned highlight. I'm just using like a little tiny bit because a little bit of this does go a long way just to kind of lighten that up and make it pop a little bit more. I'm gonna switch it up today. I'm gonna do the lips before I finish up the lower lashes, which I know is different, but let's do it. Alamar Cosmetics actually reached out and they sent me their PR, which I'm so grateful for. I love this brand. I've pretty much loved everything that they've came out with so far because they are usually always in BoxyCharm, which I really enjoy. So I'm gonna be using their glosses and their lip liner today. So I have here their lip liner, and this one is in the shade Dulce, which is like a really, really pretty nude pink, of course. I'm gonna just line my lips with this. I smell everything. I'm gonna line and fill them in. Wow, they're super creamy. Oh my goodness, I love this color. This is like the most perfect brown nude, and I feel like this could be really, really versatile. They also do have a darker nude as well. I actually have it right here, and it's in the shade Coqueta. Okay, now I'm gonna top this off with some gloss. So I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Chula and the shade Divina. Let's start off with Divina. Oh, Divina is like a brown. Okay. I feel like brown doesn't look the greatest on me, but I actually like this, but I am gonna mix it. I'm gonna go in with the shade Chula. Just gonna blend this in with my finger. Oh, this is gorgeous. I really, really like this. It is a more thick pigmented gloss, but it is still like glossy, as you can see, but it is much thicker. It's not going to be like a Fenty Gloss Bomb type of thing. The formula is much thicker, more pigmented. You do get some color payoff. As you can see, it's a really super opaque lip gloss, but I really, really like this combo. This is beautiful. So I'm gonna finish up these lower lashes. I know I'm like all over the place in this video. I'm pretty much just going to use like the brown color and a little bit of this shade right down here, right on the lower lash line. I'm gonna add some mascara, and I'm also gonna do some black liner just because I feel like I'm feeling the smokiness today. So for my black liner, I actually have a new one. I've never tried this one. This is the Sigma Longwear eye pencil, and it's just a traditional pencil black liner, but it looked really, really good. So I'm like, let me give this a try. So I'm just gonna line my waterline. Then I'm just gonna take a little bit of the Airspun Loose Highlighting Powder once again, and I'm gonna just pop that right in the inner corner. You see how pretty that is? It's just very bright, and it just makes the eyes look more awake. So this is the completed makeup look. Overall, I am very impressed. I love the majority of the products that I did use. To be honest, there isn't anything in here that I absolutely hated. There are a couple things in here that like I could pass on that I don't think are like life-changing products, but for the most part, I really love this look. I love the glossy lip with the smoky eyes. I'm in love with it. So I'm gonna give you guys a little mini first impression reviews based off of what I did use so far, and I am gonna do a check-in, and I'll come back and let you guys know if anything has changed. But for now, let's do a little rundown on the products. So let me start off by just talking about the products that like I could live without, you know, that I don't necessarily think that you absolutely need to have in your life. So for starters, the Charlotte Tilbury FILMSTAR Bronze and Glow palette. This is expensive. This is $68, which I think is really, really expensive for two of these, considering there's only two colors. So there's this one and then the medium dark one. So I do wish that they had more of a variety. Like I mentioned earlier, I wish that this brand was a little bit more inclusive with their products. I do like the color for contouring the nose. I think it's nice, but is it like mind-blowing? No. I mean, was it nice? Yeah, but definitely not something that I would personally go out and repurchase or recommend to you guys. But like I said, it wasn't terrible. Same with this NARS palette here. It's not something where I feel like you're missing out on much. If you don't have it, you're okay. Like there's way other better palettes out there, drugstore and high-end, that I prefer that kind of have the same concept going on, like the bronzer, blush, and highlight. So for me, this is a pass. Everything else, I really did like. Some standout products for me, definitely the lip products. I am in love with these glosses, and the lip liner was super creamy. I love this formula of gloss. I just feel like my lips look like a little caramelito, and I just, delicious. I love it. So these I'm obsessed with. This eyeshadow palette is amazing. I think this is great. Obviously I didn't use all the colors in here, but if you like this sort of vibe, I think you're going to like this a lot because you really can create so many different beautiful looks with this. So I'll definitely keep using this in upcoming tutorials, but this I am obsessed with, and I love this look that I created. It's very smoky, but I feel like it's very wearable at the same time. So love. This sponge from Dose of Colors, love. It's a perfect size. I like how it's like a pyramid with like a flat side right here. Great for foundation, for concealer. This was amazing, and it blended out my products really nicely. It didn't absorb any of my product, so double thumbs up for this. I know this is a pricey sponge, and you guys know how much I love my Wet n Wild and e.l.f. sponges, but I think this would be a great addition to your collection because it really does apply your products beautifully. This foundation I really love from Dose of Colors. I feel like it's really beautiful. I like the coverage of it. I think it's sitting really well on the skin. Obviously, we're gonna see how it looks throughout the day after a couple hours of wearing it, but so far so good. Really liking this. I also really do like the setting spray and primer spray from LA Girl. I think these are great. I love the spritzer. I like how they smell. This Haley's powder is absolutely beautiful. I think if you have more oily skin, you are really going to love this because it is more of a mattifying powder. It doesn't feel super drying on the skin, but it definitely, I feel like, is more ideal for my people who have very oily skin, but we'll see how it looks throughout the day. I think it looks really beautiful right now though. It is very matte, but it does still give you that really soft airbrush look, which I'm all about, and it looks really beautiful in pictures. I took a photo with my iPhone with flash. I know it's not a cute photo. Everybody always tells me with my photos that I insert of that I take with my phone, they're like, those pictures are awful. You look so old. And I'm like, okay, the pictures are not meant to be a cute selfie at all. It's really just meant to show you guys whether the product has flashback or not. I really like the way the powder looks. I think it looks very seamless, very soft, and there's no white cast. The Covergirl Trublend highlighter, I think this is really pretty if you maybe want something a little bit more toned down and more natural, and this shade I think would be more ideal for my medium, tanner, darker skin tones. They also do have lighter shades as well for people who are more fair skinned. So this is pretty, definitely is more of a natural highlight though, so if you are into a really blinding glow, this is not for you. And then the Airspun highlighters, like I told you guys, these are amazing. I have used them before on my chest. The more that you use, the more intense it's gonna be, so just something to keep in mind. And then I actually really did like this Wonder Glow Soft Focus Beauty Flash Primer from Charlotte Tilbury. This was pretty. I don't love the fact that there is a ton of like really tiny little specks of glitter in it, so I feel like it is more ideal maybe just for certain areas of your face and maybe not so much underneath a foundation, maybe with like a BB cream or something. But I'll have to compare this to the Becca primer and see how it is because I really love the Becca one. That's one of my favorite high-end ones. Okay, so right now it is 1:41. I did take a little bit of a break earlier when I just got done finishing my makeup. It was around 12 o'clock, but I let my camera charge and I ate some lunch and everything. So I've been wearing the makeup since around 12 o'clock. So I'm gonna come back in a few hours. We'll do a check-in. We'll see how everything looks and I'll let you guys know my final thoughts. But so far, overall, I am pretty impressed with most of these products. So I will see you guys in just a few. Hey guys, I'm back. So right now it is 7:05 p.m. So I have been wearing this makeup for about 7 hours or so, and this is what my face is looking like right now. And I did change my shirt because I honestly am always in loungewear unless I'm filming videos. The minute I'm done filming, I'm back in like sweatpants or shorts and a t-shirt. So I am very impressed with the way that my face is looking right now. You can see it looks still really fresh, really pretty. Now mind you, I didn't go to the gym or anything today. I didn't do any like big strenuous activity, but I still think it looks really pretty, and like everything is still on in my face, which I think is a plus. I really love how this foundation is looking now, more so versus when I first applied it. Like I feel like with a little bit of my natural oils peeking through, it makes the foundation look really naturally dewy and very fresh and just really pretty on the skin. It doesn't look greasy, you know what I mean? It's kind of just like that natural light oil peeking through, but it doesn't look like I'm like sweating. I didn't notice any foundation fading around my nose or my mouth, which is typically the two areas where it does tend to fade a lot. And by the way, the only thing that I did touch up on my face just now was my lip color, but I haven't touched up anything else on my face. So you can see it's still in place. The bronzer, the blush, the highlight, the eyeshadow. I started noticing these like little natural oils peeking through probably about an hour or so ago. So that leads me into about 6 hours of wearing both the foundation and the powder, which I think is great, especially considering that I did use this Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow primer. So I feel like both the foundation and the Hailey's powder that I used are a win-win. I really like them together, and I think that this is a really beautiful combo, and I think the foundation is very long wearing, very beautiful, even after hours and hours of wearing it. I am going to touch up right now just so we can see how it looks. So I'm going to just use my Palladio rice paper blotting sheets, which you guys know are my fave. You can see just with blotting, that already looks so good. And that's it, honestly, as far as oil. I know that's like disgusting, but just to show you guys, there really isn't a ton of oil on my face, which I think is great. I feel like this foundation is perfect if you have a combo, normal or super oily skin. Also, I feel like the primer and the setting spray could have something to do with like the longevity of this foundation and everything as well. But I'm really loving that, and I'm really loving this Hailey's translucent powder, which is big for me because you guys know I'm super picky with my loose powders, but this is really good. So I will leave a link down below to this brand. I'm pretty sure they're also available at Target as well when I was like Googling the name of it. So check it out because it is vegan, cruelty free. So I think we have another successful first impressions video. Let me know what you guys think. Overall, I am so happy with the majority of these products. My first impressions from earlier still stand true, and I'm even more impressed now with the foundation and powder and everything. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave. Give this video a thumbs up if you love first impression wear test videos, and I will see you guys in a few days in my next one.